I mean, wow. Wow.
Angel Reese is definitely finding her own, and I think
knowing the way they treat her, they would probably fine her and suspend her.
The behavior that Angel Reese has been displaying is embarrassing.
Angel Reese, one of the most polarizing figures in women's basketball, has just been suspended indefinitely by the Chicago Sky after a jaw-dropping sideline altercation, caught live on national television. After dropping a dominant 22 points and 15 rebounds against the Washington Mystics, Reese completely lost control, smacking a clipboard right out of her coach's hands during a heated timeout. And now, the WNBA world is in utter chaos. Was this the boiling point in a season filled with tension, or the final straw for the rising star?
Day is another day of the Angel Reese drama because she has simply smacked the clipboard out of an assistant coach's hands. Yes.
Is walking over to the bench and she slaps the clipboard out of her coach's.
July 7th, the Chicago Sky were locked in a war with the Mystics. Final score, 81-79. A nail-biter. Angel Reese delivered one of her best performances, 22 points, 15 boards, for assists, but it wasn't her stat line that made headlines. Cameras captured the exact moment she slapped a clipboard clean out of her assistant coach's hands. Right there, on live television. Not a push, not a heated word, a physical act of defiance, frustration, and loss of control.
Are you kidding me? That is one of the most disrespectful acts I've ever witnessed by a professional athlete towards their coach, one of their coaches.
Just hours later, the Chicago Sky released an official statement. Angel Reese is suspended indefinitely for conduct detrimental to the team. The league has yet to issue further comment, but the front office clearly drew the line. And fans? Completely divided. Some say it was overdue. Others say she's being targeted again.
But this is some Bush League lack of respect. This behavior can't happen.
This isn't the first time Angel Reese made headlines for the wrong reasons. From the viral stare-down of Caitlin Clark during the 2023 NCAA championship to multiple flagrant fouls this WNBA season, she's been labeled everything from passionate to problematic. Just weeks ago, Reese sparked backlash for walking out on a post-game interview. And let's not forget the league-fueled rivalry with Caitlin Clark, a saga that's practically defined this WNBA season.
Up losing by 2 points at the end of the game.
Within minutes of the clip going live, the internet erupted. Hashtags like #FreeAngel and #SuspendedSky trended across X, TikTok, and Instagram. One fan wrote, "This is not leadership. This is sabotage." Another defended her, tweeting, "She's tired of losing. She's carrying this team. Let her show emotion."
Angel Reese had a great game. She had 22 points, 15 rebounds. There were some questionable calls from the referees on both ends of the floor during this game.
But let's break it down. On one hand, Angel Reese is the heart of this team. She's leading in rebounds, putting up double-doubles, and doing everything she can to stop a sinking ship. But on the other, smacking a clipboard out of a coach's hand? That's not leadership. That's a full-on meltdown. And when your team is 5-13 and falling out of playoff contention, optics matter more than ever.
She can't get out of her own way. And I don't give a rat's how frustrated she is.
Multiple insiders have confirmed that the Sky's locker room has been fractured for weeks. Whispers of teammate frustration, chemistry issues, and tension with the coaching staff have grown louder. Some say this clipboard moment was just the symptom of a much deeper problem.
They are not doing well this season. I think that is evident. It doesn't look like they are going to make playoffs.
Let's not forget, Angel Reese isn't just a baller, she's a brand. She led LSU to a national title. She's the face of nil deals, with millions in endorsements. She's a Gen Z icon. But now, that fame may be working against her. Some veteran players feel she gets too much leeway. Others believe the league set her up for failure with unrealistic expectations.
The Chicago Sky should suspend her for this.
Let's not ignore the elephant in the room, Caitlin Clark. The feud between these two stars has dominated the media cycle. Reese has often been criticized for being too emotional, while Clark is praised for being competitive. Double standards? Maybe. But after this latest stunt, the media's patience with Angel Reese seems to be wearing thin. Even ESPN's Stephen A. Smith said, "This behavior is unacceptable. Period."
Coach do not have control of this basketball team, hence why they could be losing these damn games, man.
So, where does this go now? The Chicago Sky are falling in the standings. Their star player is suspended, and the locker room? In chaos. Will Angel Reese return and reclaim her leadership? Or is this the moment the WNBA says enough is enough? The team hasn't announced if she'll be fined or traded. But one thing is certain, the story is far from over.
She's a competitor. Love or hate Angel Reese, she's a competitor. She's a fierce competitor.
What do you think? Was the suspension fair? Is Angel Reese being unfairly targeted? Or is this just what accountability looks like at the pro level? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more breaking WNBA coverage. This is just the beginning.
And she's right. The WNBA refs blow.
Angel Reese, the most talked about name in women's basketball, has just been suspended indefinitely by the Chicago Sky after a shocking sideline altercation caught live on national television. She had just dominated the floor with 22 points and 15 rebounds, but it wasn't her stats that made headlines. It was the moment she walked over during a heated timeout and slapped a clipboard straight out of her assistant coach's hands. In front of the cameras. In front of the world. Was this raw passion? Or the breaking point of a team spiraling out of control? Today, we're digging into the full story behind the chaos in Chicago and what this suspension means for Angel Reese, her coach, and the future of the WNBA.
Now, guys, I'm not one to blow up negativity, but Angel Reese is supposed to be leading young women and being a great example to girls and kids all over the world.
It was July 7th, 2025. The Sky were in a tight battle with the Washington Mystics. Angel was on fire, a double-double machine. But with 2 minutes left and the game slipping away, Reese erupted. Cameras capture her walking to the bench, shouting, and then bam, smacking a clipboard from her coach's hands. This wasn't frustration over a blowout. The Sky lost by just 2 points, 81-79. A game they should have won. But the story instantly shifted from the scoreboard to the sideline meltdown. The clip went viral within minutes, posted by Clutch Points, retweeted by ESPN, dissected by analysts, and the internet was divided.
Tyler Marsh has no control over this basketball team. At this point, it looks like his leadership is questioned as a head coach with some of the tactics and things that go down with Angel Reese and this damn basketball team.
Some fans called it raw emotion. Others, flat-out disrespect. One ESPN analyst said, "This was the most embarrassing act of insubordination I've seen in the WNBA in years." But what truly shocked the world was the Sky's immediate response. Official statement flashes on screen. Angel Reese has been suspended indefinitely for conduct detrimental to the team.
Nobody care about the double-double no more, bro. We know Angel Reese can get double-doubles. This ain't, you know what I'm saying, at this point, it is what it is. This is what she does.
Coach Tyler Marsh, a first-year head coach tasked with leading a young, combustible team, now finds himself under scrutiny. Fans asked, why didn't he respond immediately? No timeout. No benching. No visible discipline. Some say he lost control. Others, that he's too afraid to upset his star. And this isn't a one-off. This team has had sideline issues all season, emotional outbursts, poor chemistry, and unclear leadership. Critics say it's not just a Reese problem anymore. It's a culture problem.
Really stepped up. Also, her field goal percentage across the board has also made a leap.
Let's rewind. This isn't Reese's first suspension. In June, just weeks ago, she clashed with Caitlin Clark in one of the most controversial games of the season. Elbows were thrown. Words were exchanged. And Angel got hit with a suspension for unsportsmanlike conduct. Then came the Minnesota meltdown in early July. After a brutal loss, Reese tore into the officials, calling their calls cheap and the league's treatment of her unfair. She said, quote, "I don't care if I get fined. I'm tired of this. All that emotion bottled up exploded again, this time not at a ref, but at her own coach.
We just have great teammates, great vets, great coaches that continue to tell us to just keep working and keep pushing.
With millions in endorsements and one of the most recognizable faces in sports, fans now wonder, has Angel Reese outgrown the Chicago Sky? Is she becoming bigger than the team, untouchable, uncoachable, and unchecked? One former WNBA vet told The Athletic, "It's hard to build a team around someone no one can correct." Is the franchise too afraid to lose their biggest name? Or too blind to see the chemistry crumbling beneath the surface?
Backs the clipboard out the assistant coach hands. Just not a good look from Angel Reese as a basketball player. Just like I stated, man, she's supposed to be a leader among young women across the world.
Critics say she's reckless, out of control, a ticking time bomb. But her defenders? They argue that she's being judged unfairly, that male players show emotion all the time without backlash. There's some truth there. Angel isn't just playing against opponents. She's battling media narratives, double standards, and a league trying to find its balance between star power and accountability.
And completely disrespectful by Angel. 2-game suspension at minimum, bro. At minimum.
The big question now, what happens next? Does the suspension stick? Does Reese return humbled or angry? Do trade talks begin behind closed doors? One anonymous exec told Bleacher Report, if she explodes again, she's getting moved. No question. Others believe it's salvageable if the front office sets clear boundaries and she's willing to adjust.
But that has to be fixed, and I don't give a damn if I get fined because that shit cheap, and I am tired of the shit. Because I've been nice and I've been humble with it, but I am tired of the shit.
Angel Reese is a generational talent. No one doubts that. But talent alone doesn't win championships, leadership does. And right now, both she and her team are at a crossroads. So what do you think? Is the suspension fair? Can Angel Reese still lead this team? Or is the writing on the wall for a blockbuster trade? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Hit like, share this video, and subscribe for more real talk on WNBA drama. We'll keep you updated every step of the way.
To the games, and I think just continue to fight through that and keep pushing through that will be great for us.
I mean, and she's getting destroyed.
That type of behavior is unacceptable for any player on any level of sports, bro.